I replaced the plumbing vent. I replaced everything with a crack. Everything is sealed up.
Gotcha.
The only thing we got to do before you leave is I'll get you a license plate. Once all the paperwork, everything's signed, then he can print it and I'll put it on there, then you're good to go.
Okay.
So here, there's just some extra stuff that the customer had before that we're giving to y'all as well. We don't need it. We're just gonna let y'all kind of take it. There's some slinkies, some ramps if you need to level it out, an extra water hose. There's also a light in here too. It's kind of a pass-through storage. So you have a lot of storage tucked up underneath it.
Okay.
And then inside on your keys, you'll have a key to every one of these locks.
Okay.
This is your power cord. So if you're plugged into shore power like I have it right now, then you just roll this out. You do have the option, you could slide this over and then kind of tuck your line in there, you know?
Okay,
so that way you can keep that closed if
Gotcha.
you're parked somewhere for a long time. I normally keep it closed. Whenever you're done with it, you just grab it and just roll it back in there.
Did we need those power cords for?
What power cords? They are PEX lines, just like what you have residential in your house. So
water?
Yes, sir, for your water pressure. So if you're hooking up to some parks, will have 150 PSI to this plug, 90 over here, you know, just depending on where you're staying at. Surge protector is one of the best investments you can have.
Yep, okay. We got one.
So this is where you're gonna drain your fresh water, your black tanks, everything else, right? So everything comes through here.
How do you keep that up?
Well, once the cord's out of the way.
Yeah, let me do this for you, buddy.
You do that, it's got a latch on the side.
There we go.
Okay, there's a latch.
Every one of these are gonna have a latch, right?
Right.
Basically what you're gonna do is you'll hook your slinky up to here. There's one in here, and then there's also another one that I'm gonna give you in that starter kit as well.
Slinky is the hose?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So that's what you'll drain your black water tank, your gray tanks.
How do you put it on there?
A valve here, and then 2 gray valves here. This valve here just controls this spot here.
Okay.
So when it's down, it's closed. Nothing is coming out.
If it's up, it's open.
Correct. Gray ones here are what you're gonna use to drain your used water from your sink, from your shower.
Okay.
Everything outside of the toilet.
That's the gray.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Is that
Black tank's
spinning? Is that how it...
No, ma'am. You just pull or push. Pull it out, it's open. Drained everything yesterday. I hooked it up, made sure everything was 100% empty. Yep. I flushed everything out for y'all yesterday.
Oh. Okay. So it's in all the way.
Right now it's in all the way. That's open.
Oh, okay.
That's open.
Can you... Oh, that's all it goes?
Yes, ma'am. Just pull it till it stops.
Is that in all the way?
Nope. That's in all the way.
Okay, gotcha.
So put your fingers behind here and use your palm.
Okay.
It'll give you a little bit more leverage, right? If you're parked somewhere, you're not traveling, kind of like what we had talked about. Your gray tanks can stay open at all times. You want your black tank to fill completely up 100% before you go to drain your black tank. Water is going to dissolve your solids, right? So if you have the black tank open, you're just flowing your solids out, or your liquids are just flowing out, and your solids are just stacking up inside. What you want everything to be mixed together. Solids are going to stay solid. If you have water in there, it will help it dissolve to where it makes sure everything flushes out.
Gotcha.
Let me continue a little bit. A lot of these answers, it will come to ease towards the end. I promise. Everything's gonna make 100% sense. I promise. And if it doesn't, I'll make sure it does before you leave.
One more question, so I don't forget it. Is it the right or the left for the fresh?
I'm gonna show. All right, this fuel also runs your generator. Remember, if the chassis of itself is under 1/4 of a tank, the generator has a safety switch. It won't start. It won't even turn on. If you're using it at night and it gets to 1/4 tank, it's going to shut itself off.
Gotcha.
So make sure you're always prepared.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a regular shower head. It's got a little latch right here. If you want to hang it on there, you know, that way it's easy usable. So behind that, your black tank flushes on this side, and this is your inlet for your water hose.
Water hose?
Yep.
That's
where your city water hooks connection.
Water, okay.
Yep. City water connection.
Gotcha.
And then when you open this, it just tells you this is where your inlet, because you want that water going in, right?
The blue thing?
The blue thing is if you want to winterize. We can hook up a water hose on this side instead of it going and it put like antifreeze, and then it sucks the antifreeze and it fills all the lines on the inside. If you're living in it, the heater's on. You can open your faucets a little bit. That is your inlet, right? Remember inlet. Keep that in your mind. Your inlet is
going in.
Is your water you want to go inside. My goal is for you to feel confident when you leave. Maybe not 100% confident, because you have to press buttons. I'm a firm believer in you operate it, you learn it, you can use it. Me showing you and pressing the button doesn't really, it shows you, it doesn't teach you. So that's why I always want to ask questions to you as well, because then when you go to set up, you're gonna think, oh, what did he ask me about this? What did he ask? Oh, okay, I remember this. Underneath here, we do have 2 more storage compartments. All these is just storage. Okay, so you can
Got
add
it.
storage in here.
Storage, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then this one as well.
Okay.
If you ever need to access your generator, it'll be just through there. For every one of your compartments, you have the pull latches.
Right.
You got a 110 plug here, just like a residential plug.
Oh, okay.
Charge your phone, plug a TV in. This behind here, the exhaust for your refrigerator.
Okay.
The main thing with this is there's no really maintenance to it, nothing outside of just keeping it clean. So here and here, this is your hot water heater.
Hot water heater.
Which is combustible as well.
Okay.
And so that will get hot right here. So make sure you are always keeping this clean. Just keep an eye on it.
That's just for looks, right?
No, ma'am. This is a heater.
That's a heater?
That is a heater. This thing will heat this entire unit. You won't have to use your propane. So
it's electric?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So if you look on here,
I guess how you use after all.
heat, temperature, your timer. So you can set a timer to where, you know, it turns off at 3 in the morning or whatever you would like.
Is there a digital screen to
It's all, look. See,
Oh,
right?
gotcha. Okay.
So right now it's at 0, low, high heat. So if you check that out. And then you can even,
my space heater
if you need to set the mood one night, you know, you can change the color, brightness, you turn it off, you know. If you close it like that, it's not going to latch.
Right.
You got to be a little hard on it. And,
Okay,
it,
gotcha.
and it locks. What's really cool is you can flip this over, and they actually give you a cutting board top. So you can flip this over and use this as a cutting board if you'd like.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
What happened?
I smashed my finger a second ago. It's okay. If you're not bleeding, you're not trying hard enough. Being recorded everywhere. Getting used to it now.